Hey friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've made my last video. This video, I might not sound super excited and stuff. I've got a raging headache. For those of you who aren't aware, I'm disabled due to chronic pain, and I'm trying to get off of my opioid painkillers. And I'm down pretty low. And so the withdrawal stuff is really setting me back. That's why I haven't been making much for videos. But I'm going to make this video anyways. And if I don't sound excited, actually I really am. I really like the product that I'm talking about today. As you saw in the title, it's the Skiff workshop products. The ball bearings. They also have thick phosphor bronze washers. If you want to replace ball bearings with washers instead, they've got those, but I don't have any of those here, but you can find those. And their little cheat card, their test fit card. And this is going to be a giveaway video. I'm going to give away one of these. This one that's still in the package. And yeah, you'll see it close up when we get to the tabletop in just a minute. 7 days after I post this video, at least I hope it'll be right at 7 days. It depends on how I'm feeling though. I will post the giveaway video. And to win the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment down below, and then you're going to have to be able to watch the following video. So subscribe. I'm not going to make you subscribe. You don't have to be a subscriber to win this. But if you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. When I do post the winner video, I'll be able to contact the winner through that video so that they can get their prize, right? Anywhere in the world that I can legally ship stuff to. I'm in Canada, I can ship almost anywhere. Not anywhere, but almost anywhere. So come on down to the tabletop. Let's take a look at what they've got. All right, let's begin by talking about this. What is this? This is the cheat sheet test fit card. And this is what, you can win. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic. This is the way it came from their little shop. It's a billet of aluminum, and it's got the stuff milled in there, and it comes in ink, black, red, or blue. There's their little logo, their simplified logo, SW, for Skiff Workshop. This comes in very handy when you want to get yourself measurements for which ball bearings you need. There's 3 main measurements that you need. This thing covers 2 of them. Unfortunately, for the third one, sometimes on some knives you might need another measurement. But let's get started. This is a, what is this? A Kubi knife. And let's get the ball bearings out. And what you do is, you've got your ball bearings, and you want to see how thick they are. And so these slots that go across, it's got metric and it's got, imperial measurements. That's because ball bearings come both ways. So you just got to deal with what you got to deal with. And so, no, it doesn't fit in the 1mm, doesn't fit in the 3/64. It fits in the 1/16. The ball bearing size you want is 1/16 thick. Now the next measurement is those round holes, and the best way to measure that is use the post, there's the knife, the pivot pin, and start putting it through. Well, that hole's way too big, that's way too big. Oh, that fits nice. There's just hardly any play there at all. That's 5mm. 1/16 and 5mm. Do they have anything like that? Well, let's take a look. Here we go. Pivot 5mm, balls 1/16 inch. The other thing you got to figure out is the outer diameter. This says 0.37 inches. Now, how do you measure that? Well, on some knives, it doesn't really matter all that much, because what you have is the liners are, well, this one's got a captured stop pin, so it does matter. You can't go out into that slot where the captured stop pin is. But let's assume you don't have a captured stop pin. You've got a big wide area. You could put in a wide ball bearing if you want to, unless on your blade you've got a recess spot where the ball bearings go. If it's flat on both, well, then it doesn't matter. But that's not very common these days, because they want knives to be as thin as possible, right? So they recess into the blade. Sometimes they recess into the liner as well, or the frame. If it's a frame lock, they generally recess into the frame. And the outside diameter of that is a measurement you need to know. You can measure your ball bearings on the outside, or you can measure that. Sometimes they're very, very close to each other. Sometimes, you know, the hole here is quite a bit wider than the ball bearings are. So what I use is some vernier calipers. This is a really cheap set. I'll leave a link down below on Amazon. I saw one this morning for $7.50 US. That's Amazon.com. Of course, in Canada, things cost a lot more. But you can get a cheap caliper like this and do the measurements. And this is, if you don't use it an awful lot, it's going to last for a long time. Of course, I've got something much better. My father was a machinist, so I learned, you know, how to use good tools. These are expensive. The Mitutoyos, they cost an awful lot of money. But basically, you turn the thing on, make sure it's zeroed, and I'm going to use inches, and I'm going to measure this hole. So put it in there, and don't just go across on one spot. Rotate it with just a tiny bit of pressure, keeping it open. Just rotate it to see what size it is. This is about 0.39. That's the size of that. So if this is 0.37, that's going to fit inside a 0.39. So I know that these are the bearings I want. So let's put the pin back in where it belongs. Now this Kubi, you know, it shut okay. It didn't shut great, but it shut okay. Let's put the Skiff bearings in there. They fit on there just nice. And before I put the blade on, I'm going to put these to the side, put these back in the bag so I know exactly what size they are, the original ones. And I'm going to use some Gunny Glide. Oh, I'm off the camera. I'm just going to put a little bit of Gunny Glide on here. Not much, just the tiniest bit. Yeah, too much oil is not a good thing. Just a little light coating of oil. Put those in there. That fits in there just fine. And we'll put it back together again, and we'll see how well it functions now. So I'm going to turn off the camera for a second while I put it together. While I'm assembling that knife, let me tell you about a few things that they have. They've got 17 different sizes of ball bearings, including double row ball bearings. They've got 3 sizes with stainless steel ball bearings. That 17 is with ceramic, 3 with stainless steel. They got 3 different sizes of loose ceramic ball bearings. Let's say you're using something with the old style cages. I already put these in here, right? You got these ceramic cages like that that's just bent over and you've lost some balls. Well, they've got 3 sizes of ceramic balls and 1 size of steel balls if you want to buy some loose balls. They've got 8 different sizes of those thicker washers. If you don't like ball bearings and you want to go to washers, you can just get rid of your old ball bearings and use thicker washers. A lot of guys are liking those. By the way, you buy something, look for the free stickers. You can get some free stickers if you want to add to an order. There might be a chance you don't need this. Maybe the knife you want is already on their compatibility chart. So they've got a web page with a compatibility chart where they've got loads and loads of knives, all sorted by brand name first and then model name. And, you know, if they've got the one you want, it says right there what size you need, and then you go to that page and buy that size. So you might not need to get one of these, but there's new knives being put out every single day. There's no way that you can expect, you know, Skiff Works to get every knife, measure it, and then put it on the list. They can't really trust other people's measuring because humans make mistakes. I know if I had that website, if I was selling these bearings, I wouldn't trust other people's measurements because if it's wrong, I'm the one who's liable, right? So that's why the list is limited. And one more thing, you can save 10% when you shop there. This is a father and son company. The father's company is knife making, so they got some really high-end knives. The discount code does not work for those knives, but everything else you can save 10% with coupon code CCE10. So now let's take a look at how some of these knives and that Kubi that I just put together have been working. So I've just put it back together again, and oh, that feels smoother. That does feel smoother. Let's see. Yeah, it wants to shut much more smoothly than it did before. It's not perfectly drop shutty, but I haven't played with it. I haven't adjusted it at all yet. I've just put it back together and it's already shutting more smoothly. It's more closely to drop shutty than it was before. The thing is, the ball bearings that were in there, you know, these are 9 balls all the way around. This isn't the exact same one, but these are 16th inch balls as well. There's 11 in there. So 2 more balls. That's almost 20% more balls. Well, technically it's more than 20% more. 9 to 11 is more than 20%. It's great. It feels good. It's very smooth. Now, like I said, I did have Gunny Glide on the original factory ball bearings before, which did help make it smoother as well. But this is nice. Let's see. Yeah, there's no blade play or anything. It's definitely smoother. Of course, this is subjective. This isn't a scientific measurement. I don't have a pressure sensor to see how much pressure it takes to move this and stuff. It's a little bit subjective. But if you want your budget knives, and I'm a budget channel, I just clearly am a budget channel, but I do have some higher end knives. But if you want your budget knives to work the smoothest they possibly can, these Skiff ball bearings are good. I've had these for 3 weeks. This is the QSP Songbird, which I got from QSP in 2019, I think it was. And it's just awesome. It's just so smooth. It's smoother than it was before. There you go. See that? Oh, it didn't go all the way down, but almost. It's smoother than it was. And I'm very happy with that. This is a Kaiser. This is the Grazioso. And likewise, I've had it in here now for 2 weeks, and it's just smooth. It's drop shutty smooth. I just love how it feels in the hand. And I don't know if it's because these are higher end ball bearings and stuff. I just have to put them in, tighten them up, and they're almost always exactly down the middle. The blade alignment is really easy to get right. These, you know, are totally made, you know, by machines and just pumped right out. These Skiff ones, they're not. They're, you know, of course there's machining involved. There's definitely machining involved. But these are made in a small shop in the United States. I think it's New York, isn't it? I think it's in New York State. By one guy. You know, so from start to finish, it's all one person, and that person cares about what they're making. It's not just a factory, you know, pumping out a bunch of stuff that they're going to slap into some knives. So if you want some good ball bearings, I'm not going to be long and you know, I'm not going to be long-winded about this. I'm not going to tell you, you know, all kinds of different nonsense about these. It's simple. These are the best ball bearings I've ever seen and touched. And although I admit I'm not a high-end knife guy, I do have, you know, some higher-end knives. And, you know, these aren't customs or anything. But these ball bearings, they're good for everything from customs down to budget. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So check them out. Hopefully you've watched this far, because I haven't told you the best news yet. I've got a coupon code. If you want to go shopping and buy these Skiff products, the ball bearings, the washers, and the card, if you want any of those things, I've got a discount code for you. It's down below the video. I'm going to put it into the comment section as well. So make sure you leave a comment so that you can win something. Thanks to my supporters. I appreciate your help very much. Thanks to everyone for subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. And remember, friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.